950 years of patience, the silent strength of Prophet Nūh, us. Would you keep preaching if no one listened to you for a year? What about 10 years, 100? What if you kept going for nearly 1,000 years? This is the legacy of Prophet Nūh, Alayhis Salam, a man who stood alone, called to truth, and waited on Allah. Nūh, Alayhis Salam, was sent to a people lost in idolatry. They built statues of false gods, followed leaders who mocked divine warnings and laughed at the idea of resurrection. Nūh stood firm, day and night, publicly and privately. He called them, "My people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him." Surah Al-A 759. But their hearts were hardened. They put their fingers in their ears, covered themselves with garments, and turned away in arrogance. Yet Nūh continued, not for a week, not for a lifetime, but for 950 years. Surah Al Ankabūt 29:14. Imagine the loneliness, the mockery, the repeated rejection, but still he never gave up. Through it all, Nūh remained sincere. He didn't want power, fame, or revenge. He wanted salvation for his people. He warned them of the flood, of Allah's justice, and of a day when no one could help them but their deeds. Still they laughed. Only a few believed, a tiny minority. After centuries of patience, Nūh, Alayhis Salam, turned to Allah saying, "My Lord, I have called my people night and day, but my calling only increases them in flight." Surah Nūh 71, 5-6. He didn't lose hope in Allah. He simply trusted that his part was done, that Allah sees, hears, and responds in perfect timing. Then came the command, "Construct the ark under our eyes" in Revelation, Surah Hūd 11:37. Nūh built the ark on dry land. He was mocked once again. "You've become a carpenter now, no?" They laughed. But when the fountains burst and the sky poured rain, they realized it was no joke. Only those who believed, and pairs of animals, were saved in the ark. Even Nūh's own son, who disbelieved, drowned. With a broken heart, Nūh turned to Allah, who reminded him, "Indeed, he is not of your family. His actions were not righteous." Surah Hūd 11:46. It was a lesson that bloodlines don't save us, only faith does. Prophet Nūh, narrations, left behind a legacy not of results, but of perseverance, of staying the course when the world turns its back on you. In Surah As-Saffat, Allah calls him a grateful servant, 37:79. Nūh's story teaches us that true strength is not in loud words, but in silent, steady, stubborn faith. When you feel like giving up, when your message is ignored, your voice feels small, and your struggle seems endless, remember Nūh. He preached for 950 years, he waited on Allah, and he was never forgotten. Stay firm, keep calling, and leave the rest to the most merciful. If this story inspired you, leave a comment, share it with others, and subscribe for more Quranic stories of strength, struggle, and faith.